Sunday the 21st at 6:30 forecast review. Looking first of all Monday at 1 p.m. Not particularly inspiring, and then as we go through the afternoon there's a little bit of good air that builds up. Winds are largely flyable through to North Dales, and then it gets a little bit windy. And then in the Highlands it looks light winds. Wind direction is east in the south of the country, becoming southeast and becoming south as you get to Cumbria and Newcastle. Cloud, you've got a few scattered cumulus, but they appear to be quite low cloud base. And does it increase during the afternoon? Increase a little bit, but it's not stunning, is it? On UKV at 1 p.m. tomorrow, it shows a blue day. Similar wind that SkySight had, that it's east in the south of the country becoming southeast and then south as you get up to the Yorkshire Dales and Lancashire. Probably a bit stronger according to UKV. Maybe a flight from the Worcester Beacon heading to Aberystwyth or something like that might be on. RASP doesn't have much to offer in the way of stars. Similar view of the wind direction, although might be a little bit stronger in the south than the other models were suggesting, and lighter around Peak District and Dales than the other models were suggesting. So at 1 p.m. the stars, we've got very few patches of 4 stars. Significant weather showing cumulus north of the M62 and pretty much blue south of there, with quite low cloud bases, lower than 3,000 feet in the majority. As you get around the M62 and north, then it's maybe nudging up 3,500–4,000 feet. It's the total cloud cover, which is, it's a blue day south of the M62, and then you've got a bit of low cloud to the north. You've got light west-southwesterly winds, which pick up as the afternoon goes on. UKV agree that there's very little cumulus across the length and breadth of the country. And then as the afternoon progresses, you've got thunderstorms kicking off down in the Midlands and southeast. The winds at 3,000 feet. In Wales and southern England you've got southerly winds, and then you've got a west-southwesterly through the Peak District, Pennines and Dales and Cumbria. RASP also doesn't show much by the way of stars for the day, though it gets a little bit better sort of mid-afternoon, mid to late afternoon. Surface winds seem in the flyable range. South in the south of England, in Wales it's showing as east, and then in northern England it's showing west-southwest. And wind strength, south of the M62, it may be okay for a circuit to begin with, but it does seem to pick up a little bit, and then north of the M62 that looks like downwinder strength. At first sight, Wednesday looks quite a bit better than Monday, Tuesday from a stars perspective. And we've got quite light winds across the majority of the country. So you've got scattered cumulus. It's not overdeveloping as in spread out. However, you have got some thunderstorms perhaps kicking off in the Peak District. And that's at 1, and as we step through the afternoon, those thunderstorms seem to be confined to the peaks actually, and you've got quite a strong sea breeze pushing in from both coastlines. The clouds are confined to northern England with south of sort of Ashbourne, throughout Wales and England. It's going to be a blue day there. The winds are light, and they are rotating clockwise with the centre somewhere east of the mouth of the River Humber. UKV, it's suggesting it will be a blue day. There's no thermals, no cumulus clouds there. Just looking mid-afternoon. And whilst the thermal height gets higher, there's no cumulus kicking off. This is the overall cloud forecast. There's very little cloud around. Just checking to see if it shows any overdevelopment in the peaks like SkySight was forecasting, and I can't see it. 3,000 feet winds, quite different SkySight. Yes, there are some patches of light winds, but then you've got some significant 30 kilometres an hour winds in Wales and Eastern Peak District. RASP's view of Wednesday, you've got 3 stars and then 4 stars in the northern Pennines, and winds are easterly becoming southeasterly, probably a bit too strong to be doing circuits other than up in Cumbria, but I'm not sure whether the air mass is going to be suitable up there. Thursday, not many stars on offer in SkySight. Quite strong east-southeast across the country. Little thermic activity shown on UKV, blown out southeasterly. RASP also got very little stars and blown out southeasterly. Friday, virtually no stars across the country, blown out southwesterly. RASP has got a few stars across Midlands and Peak District, but it doesn't look stunning, and that looks blown out southwesterly. On Saturday you've got 4 stars across the south of England and through Worcestershire and Shropshire. It's a brisk west-southwest at 3,000 feet. Might be launchable. I think it's borderline, and it does vary by the area. So RASP's got 4 stars, 3 and 4 stars in East Anglia, with top end strong southwesterlies. This is at 10 metre wind, and that does look blown out.